Wind. On the boat 69. We do a bit of sailing and we explain apparent wind. We give a few more tips and tricks we've learnt along the way. We go out for the evening and get photo bombed.
Bombed again.
We'd been at Syracuse for about 12 days, on anchor, in the harbour, but there was some strong easterlies coming, and the swell would have rolled straight into the harbour.
Well, it's finally time to leave Syracuse. We've had a wonderful time here, exploring everywhere, seeing all the historical monuments, and sadly it's time to leave now. There's some wind coming from the east, which will make it quite uncomfortable in here. But before we leave, after 12 days of sitting at anchor, we need to clean the prop.
It's 7:15 on Saturday morning, and we're going to dive the hull of the boat, check the prop and the bottom, because where we are in Syracuse, the water is incredibly lively. We've noticed we've got barnacles on the bottom of the dinghy and the outboard and on our rudder. It's been really bad for fouling here. So scuba gear's ready. Just as we went to untie the dinghy, it looks like we've caught a fish. Unbelievably, the fish have been jumping in this. Well, I guess it's a lagoon. It's a harbour. Loads of fish jumping, but this one has jumped straight into my dinghy.
I found this footage on my phone that I thought I'd lost of using my paddleboard. He hasn't got any better.
And for those of you that missed it, here it is again in slow-mo. So this was our Osculati emergency ladder on the back of the boat. The bag was absolutely destroyed by the sun in just over 18 months. So I'll show you what we've done. So using some of our stock of Sunbrella, we remade the bag. The idea is that if you fall over the back and the tailgate's up, you pull on the pink strap, the velcro comes undone and the ladder drops out. So while we were there with the machine out, we decided that the throwing line containing its bag, which you also throw, was showing signs of sun degradation. So we remade that. That's last a few years. And of course now it matches our Bimini, spray hood and our Dodgers. Quite neat really. Thought we'd show you this piece of chain. Wouldn't hang a lampshade from that, but oh, wow. There was very little wind, but lots of swell. We ended up motoring back to this place, Marzamemi, a lovely marina, very friendly, very welcoming. Marzamemi is quite well protected and it's got all the facilities you'd want. Very friendly marina. They even have a pool car that they'll lend out to you for free.
We've had a really lovely relaxing day today, so we've all decided to walk up into the historic old town and have a few beers. Come with us.
This is Piccolo Island, or Small Island. It's actually open to the sea. There's another small island which is incorporated within the breakwater. You can just see it here. That's the marina in the background. This time of year, the end of August, beginning of September, is the height of the Italian holiday season. Everybody takes their holidays, and they were gearing up for an entertaining evening by the look of things. Everyone was heading for the town, so we thought, well, we'll take you along for the ride.
Oh no, you're bombed again.
This is the main town, or Old Town Square, and even at 7:30 in the evening, it was quite busy. In the top right hand corner of the square there's a small archway. You walk down an alleyway and onto the old fishing harbour. It really is quite pretty. Well, apart from the bits that are boarded up for restoration, that is. If you look carefully on the right, you can see there's a slipway. It's not actually a slipway, it's the stones that have been worn away by years and years of pulling or dragging boats onto the hard. And of course this part of Sicily has virtually no tide, maybe a couple of 100 millimetres, 6 inches or so. So the water laps right up to the stones at the edge of the harbour. There's that slipway again, literally worn away. And this is the small peninsula to the northeast of the fishing village. It appears everyone comes here to have their selfies done. To the north, or the left hand side of this picture, are the Straits of Messina. To the east, or northeast, is the mainland. To the east is Greece. So you're actually looking out here across the Ionian Sea.
No, I've delegated you as
Is that man again?
your leader. I'm your secretary.
Bombed again.
Cindy takes the opportunity to show off our new grandson. Linda decides she's only drinking cocktails that match her dress.
Same colour. We need another Bex.
And there's that bloke again.
He's done it again.
And while we were sitting there, a wedding photographer took a few shots in the harbour. He also had a drone that was flying round. Love to have seen the pictures. Later that evening, a couple walked through the town.
It's a
You're a bit slow, weren't you?
It's not very often we get to see video of Impavidus taken from another boat, but David and Caroline took this for their video blog. I'll put a link in the description. The footage was taken in about 7 or 8 knots of wind. We can fly our chute or kite from 85 degrees apparent right round to 180 degrees or dead on the beam. So for you non-sailors or learner sailors, let's explain what apparent is. Okay, if we take a measurement from the front of our mast to the front of our forestay, this is called the J measurement, and our forward sail, our jib, is 105% of that. Now if you look at the charts for our boat, you see at 120 degrees we can achieve 8.46 knots. Well, that's not strictly true. You can exceed those speeds by using a few tricks. But the speed of the boat is all down to the apparent wind angle. Okay, what's an apparent wind angle? There are formulas and calculations for working out the speeds and apparent wind angles, but here's the simplest way to describe it. If you were standing on your boat and it was doing 5 knots and the wind was from behind you at 5 knots, it would feel like the wind was apparently 0. Now if the wind was from the other direction and you're travelling at 5 knots, it would feel like the wind strength was apparently 10 knots. So if the wind's from behind you and the boat increases its speed, the angle at which the wind apparently comes from changes until such a point where the wind feels like it's coming from the front or the side. In order for us to fly our cruising shoe or kite, the wind angle has to appear to be, or apparently be, 85 degrees or greater. And because our front sail or jib is only 105% of the J length, it means that actually the cruising chute comes out quite a lot. So with our big mainsail and the cruising chute, even in light winds, we can maintain a respectable speed. So why don't you just have a bigger jib, 130 or 140%? Well, there's a really good reason for that, but I'll tell you about that next time. Well, that's another video.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it.
As always, a big thank you to all our Patreons for all your help and support.
Yeah, we do appreciate it, guys. If you're not a patron, why don't you follow the link in the description. For the cost of a cup of coffee or a cheap beer, you can help support the making of these videos. So where are we?
We're in Marina Marzamemi.
Marina Marzamemi.
We're in Marina Marzamemi.
It's not a highly developed marina, but you know what?
Lovely.
It's lovely. The guys are so obliging. We've had the use of their pool car to go and get shopping. You girls even went out.
We had a day out in the town yesterday.
So yeah, fantastic marina. I mean, it's got clean showers and clean toilets. Security here. They park a few campers overnight, so there's people camping as well.
It's just very friendly. It's got a lot of soul to it.
Yeah,
we like it.
Yeah, we really do like it. We'll put a link in the description down there somewhere for contact details, and they can take quite big boats, up to 70 foot. There's a small yard with a crane, and there's diesel here as well. So free electric and free water. Can't say better than that, can you?
Well, this is the second time we've been here, so it must be good.
Exactly. So we're on the move tomorrow.
We are.
It's a bit swelly out there at the moment. It's not that bad. You know, in the UK we've sailed in really bad conditions where we've had 3 nearly 4 metre swell. But we're in no rush, and
we're not going far. We're only going to an anchorage 8 miles away.
Yeah. So the swell's due to die down by midnight tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow morning, which is Sunday, we'll be able to get out and hopefully sail 10 miles around the corner back to a place we've been before. That's the Porto or Treble Beach. So Star Trek fans, watch out for trebles. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, as always,
sail safe. As always,
sail safe. As always,
sails
safe.
Say it together.
As always, sail safe.
safe.
What else?
I don't know, but I'm leaking.